Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hi,
For those of you who don't know us, most of you do. I'm Sylvia. I'm vegan and I'm a boss babe. And
I'm Courtney. I'm a proud mom and I'm a growth influencer. And together we are
side by
side by
side.
side.
And hey, I know it's been a good minute, but welcome back. And today it's always exciting when we are doing our book reviews. So today we are gonna review the book called Are You Living or Existing? Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Can you say the name correctly?
I, I'll chew it up. I know it's Constable on the last name, but the first name, I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Kimanzi. Okay, Constable. Not really sure, guys. I'm sorry, but if you look down in the notes, it'll be spelled out, so you guys can figure it out.
Oops.
So that is gonna be our book review for today. Now let's go ahead and get started. I love going over these. They're amazing, and we love bringing this information to you guys because we know it's going to help you in one way or another. So like I just said, here we are again. So we're going to start off with a question for everybody out there, okay? Are you living or existing? Take time out, ask yourself, do you do self-talk to yourself? Do you say, gosh, life is really short? Or do you ever think, why wait till we retire, to enjoy life, to take vacations, to spend a little money? A lot of people do that because that's the way actually everyone is brought up, work, retire, then have fun. But it doesn't have to be like that. It can absolutely be different. And it's up to you to make that change. So really quick, we just want to go over what is the difference between living or existing. Now, for me, I believe what that means is, like we just spoke about, attitude equals someone's outlook and actions. Again, choice is yours. You don't have to do it because America says you do. Okay.
Right.
You do what you want to do. Now, Court, what's your take on that?
My take is living is enjoying life and enjoying, savoring every moment. That's living. Just being out there, being with the earth, and being with the water, the nature, just enjoying it. But existing is just doing the everyday monotony of just existing, just living with a purpose. Like, okay, I got to make money, bring money in, feed the family, and all that. That's not living. That's just doing the monotonous of what you have to do to survive. Living's really doing that and having fun, making memories, and remember yourself. That's my opinion.
Okay. Now, let's just go over some examples, Courtney. I'll give one. So here's one. Okay. You'll say you get up in the morning and the first thing you say is, I really don't feel like working out today. I don't feel like it. I feel, lazy. I don't have enough time. You make up all these excuses. Okay. Versus, okay, I had the best workout and I feel so energetic. I could probably go for another hour. Okay. So Courtney, do you see the difference between the two things that were said?
Yes, I do. One is you're really happy about it. You made up your mind, this, I'm happy about it. I enjoyed it. The other one is, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. One is you're grateful and energetic, and the other one is you're negative. You're like, you know what? I don't really need to do that today. So there's, the differences in that. Now, I think, Courtney, you have like a personal example to share about that.
Oh yeah, the where is it at? Oh, about Taekwondo, right?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of jumped. Let me go back really quick before I jump there that far.
Okay.
The realization, attitude, and action. Time is one resource you'll never get back. Once that time is gone, it's gone. So you can't waste your time. You can't waste your life because you only got this amount of time. However amount of time you have, that's what you got. That's it. And then you have to have the right attitude towards everything. Like Sylvia was saying, I don't want to work out. No, I enjoyed my workout. I could go another. it's your whole way of your thought process. It's really all in your mind. It's what you're telling yourself. And action means not wasting your life watching like TV shows and stuff. It's actually doing things in your life that's going to make it productive and have fun and have.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, watching TV is fine, but for hours on end, see the difference? If you're going to watch like a documentary or something about history, something that's going to enhance your knowledge,
Stimulate.
Different,
Yeah.
in comparison to watching something you're binge watching that has nothing to do with anything. And it's just like a reality show or something.
And this really, when I saw this, I'm like, at the end of your life, you won't remember all the stuff you got to watch or shows you watch. You want to remember all the fun things with family and friends and doing life. You don't want to be your last moments in bed like, oh, what was that show I watched?
Yeah, my life was just a series.
Yeah.
That quick.
Yeah, that was perfect. You don't want that. You want your life to be memorable. You want your children to remember wonderful things, your grandkids to remember wonderful things. You want to have your life with a meaningful purpose, not just existing just to get by, to stay alive.
Yes, and that's another connection with existing. You're just there. Nothing's going on. You're just, whatever. It's just like existing. My glasses, it's just there. It's just existing. But unless I wear them and put them to use, it's just there.
Like,
mm-hmm.
Exactly. Hers is existing, mine's being purposeful. So that's how you kind of look into it. And it's just life. You don't want to just be a human just existing. What life is that? And I'm going to share this, and I'll be honest with it. A story of my biological dad. His life, unfortunately, was just existing. He lived in a motorhome and just sat there because he lived off. He had a lot of medical issues. He was just existing. His life wasn't purposeful. He unfortunately didn't leave a legacy. Didn't leave anything for really his kids or anything. It's just he was existing. I don't want that for myself. I want my kids to remember, a mom who's adventurous. Let's go do things, or leave a legacy like our channel, and people, future on in. It's like, oh, your mom's Courtney Peterson and her friend Sylvia. They have this YouTube channel. This is awesome. That is worth living for. That is worth hearing. We made an impact on at least one person. It doesn't have to be the whole world. One person we left an impact. That is worth it. And that's living purposely, because we have a dream of being of service to you guys.
Exactly. So that's why we wanted to explain a little bit, what existing is versus living. And again, these are all choices that are up to you. If you don't want to, then hey, that's great. We put this out there for the people who want to change and are not really sure how to do it or what route to take or, how to get started. And reading all these books that we present to you guys gives you a little piece more on how to do something or make changes in your life, whatever it might be, however they resonate with you. We understand not everything relates to you, but something has to, because there's a reason why these books are out there for everyone to learn. So now, Courtney, did you want to tell us about
I'll share a little more about.
How do you say that again?
What, Taekwondo?
Yeah, Taekwondo.
I took Taekwondo for many years. I'm actually 3 belts.
What belt are you?
I'm 3 belts away from my black. 3. That's it. But I haven't taken it. Well, my daughter's going to be 7. She's 7. So I haven't taken it for 7 years. But the lessons that were instilled in me, and one of it is always be aware of your surroundings, constantly around, what's going around you. Is there a guy in a black shirt? Just constantly be aware of what your surroundings are, because you need to be on that heightened alert. Now, with me, I'm also hearing impaired. So with my surroundings, they're more alert than like Sylvia. because I can't hear. I have to rely on my eyes and be able to see what's going around me. Sylvia could hear stuff like behind her or someone on the side of her. I can't. So I had to
That's
learn.
right. Don't be breathing down my back. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I had to learn to watch my surroundings because of my hearing impairment, because I couldn't hear. Another thing is, be aware if you're on a weight loss journey and you lost all this weight, and then all of a sudden you're starting to gain a bunch of weight back because you're not working out, not eating and stuff. You need to keep those habits for the rest of your life. You cannot go back to your old habits. You cannot let those keep creeping in. And that's the thing about this book, is teaching you to make changes and keep those changes going. So you have a purposeful
Repercussions if you
life.
don't keep doing what you've changed.
Yep. Exactly. So
Right?
you gotta realize, oh, I'm working out less. I'm not eating healthy. I need to stop that. I need to get back in my routine of working out, eating healthy, watching what I put in my body. Because you don't want to fall back and get complacent with it and becoming existing because you let the old habits come back.
Exactly. So that's what makes this a really good, easy read. And I know I say that a lot, but because it is, when we start getting into the thicker books, we'll let you know. That way you can be prepared. Because, I like to know, heads up, how many pages are in the book, So this is, again, you could do this easily in a couple of days if you really wanted to. So again, it's like full of information, and it's funny because even though it's an easy read, there's a lot in there. There really is. Mm-hmm. So, the author, I really like, because he goes into details about his true experience, what he went through, not like a third party, what he heard, in regards to what he did. And what he calls his changes are radical changes. So in order for you to find out or determine whether you're living or existing, you need to make radical changes to, direct your life path. Now, one thing I did like, after every chapter, he took a temperature check. He said, hey, you guys still with me? Or if you don't quite understand, go back. Right. So I like that because, he probably knows that people just flip through it and, might not get it. So he kind of catches you and says, hey, you're unsure, don't go forward, go back. So I really like that about the book. That was like a little insider thing that I liked. And also, making sure that you understand what you're reading. Yes. So again, you have to read it for yourself to know exactly what he did. I'm not going to tell you, but there's a lot of good nuggets in there. And I know definitely that a lot of it will resonate with you guys out there. But what I can say is, here are some highlights which I resonated with mostly from the book. And these are just a few tools. I'm just going to mention them briefly. I'm not going to get into them because, like I said, there's a lot. There's so many. So he has, of course, everyone has choices. We always talk about that. You guys have choices. You don't have to do anything you don't want to or anyone tells you to do. Okay. You have your free will. And then you need to have a good, positive circle of support. We have mentioned this so many times to you guys. You're not alone. You don't have to do your business or whatever you're trying to do by yourself. You can ask a family member or a good friend or whatever you have. You always should have a good, positive circle of support. Okay. And then you need to envision the result. See the end of the line, how people say, I see light at the end of the tunnel. You need to do that because if you don't have a vision for the end, it's hard for you to get there. Okay. And you need to have a clear path. Okay. And definitely, we always talk about this. Think about removing any negative and unnecessary components from your life. And you know what that means. We've talked about it before. Family, friends, business acquaintances, anything that does not help you or is positive or support you, you got to go by because it's not helping you in any way, shape, or form to move forward or to succeed in whatever your plans are. So those were mind nuggets. And I know we've mentioned them before, and that's how important they are because they keep coming up, right?
Yep.
So Courtney, what are some of the stuff that you took from the book?
Well, I already kind of went through the healthy, eating, watching what you eat and stuff. So
In your example?
An example is
okay. No, in your example, you talked about
my example. Sorry. You start getting fit, you start eating better, which means you're cutting back junk food, which will put some more money in your pocket because you're not eating the junk food. You're actually saving some money, and you'll start feeling better, which will empower you to do more and chase your dreams.
So, Courtney, let me ask you real quick. When you say put money in your pocket, the junk food, what do you mean by that? Give me an example.
Give me an example. Instead of me going, oh, I'm starving, I'm going to go stop at a fast food restaurant and go buy me a hamburger, French fries, and a Diet Coke.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. But if I'm really wanting to lose weight and get healthy and fit, I'm not going to be wasting my money on fast food junk, and I'm not going to be poisoning my body. So that money gets to stay in my pocket, and I can use that for something else more beneficial to me, either a trip or healthier food or something else. But it saves money from spending carelessly and ruining your body.
So what do you think about the concept of, even though, like, say that hamburger, it's expensive now for those things. I remember when they used to be like $5. Forget about it.
Not anymore.
Okay, say it's $15 for the hamburger and everything in the drink. You have $15 that you were going to spend. Now you're going to put it somewhere else. What are your thoughts on like saving it, like putting it in not a savings account, but like in a jar or something to accumulate it?
Exactly. You put in it. I used to have a jar. Well, I have a piggy bank. If I have extra money laying around, I just drop it in the piggy bank, and then when it's full, I go take it and turn the change and put that in a bank, put it in a savings account, or put it someplace, because you could just save it for a rainy day too.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard? And it was a long time ago. I used to hear that if you save like pennies, I don't remember the amount of pennies. Like by the time you're 30, you have like $1 million or something like that.
Double your pennies a day. So if you start with 1, the next day you have 2, next day you have 4, next day you have 8. Next day you have 16.
I wasn't really sure, but at the in the end, it was like a really good amount of money.
Yep. And we are back due to technical difficulties.
But nobody's going to notice.
Yeah. So I think
so you were talking about, Courtney, having a backup plan.
Yes. I think it's smart just to have a backup plan, because you never know in life what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. It's like they always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to have like different streams of multiple income and you just should always have a backup plan.
What did you say always happens?
What?
What did you say just happens?
Well, you should always have your eggs not in one basket. You have different streams of income coming in.
I was teasing you. I know. I agree with you. I'm definitely one of those as well.
Yeah. And then you never know what will be thrown at you. No matter how well you do your research and plan out what you're going to do, you're going to hit bumps. I know Sylvia and I have with starting this new adventure with the YouTube channel. We hit some bumps where we were kind of like MIA for about 3 or 4 months.
Not true. That wasn't us.
It's just life. And then you want to make sure you have a backup plan, because a backup plan ensures those bumps aren't dream building ending. They don't end. So you have to have the backup plan so you will continue to achieve the dreams that you want to achieve. And it may not be in that one direction, it may be this direction. You just don't know. Just life is subject to change. Like you said.
Isn't that what I say all the time?
Yeah.
So, Courtney, what happens if A doesn't work? You go to B, then what?
Try B out. B doesn't work, go to C, D. You just got to keep trying.
You definitely recommend more than one backup plan.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And having a backup plan will help you stay absolutely confident in whatever you do in your life is having, because then you know, oh, if this doesn't work, I can always try it that way. Or if that way doesn't work, I could try it that way. So you just don't always have a backup plan. Period.
I hear you on that one. Here.
So, and another thing too is don't let old habits creep in. I'm going to keep saying that over and over. What do you do to guard that from happening? Each day, one day at a time, do your routine, do your stuff, because if you don't and you decide, oh, I'm going to skip meditation today, or I'm going to skip gratefulness today, or I'm going to skip something, it's so hard to get back on track. It is.
And guess what? Then at that point, you're existing. Once you do that.
So if you fix your finances, be aware of frivolous spending. You can't let your guard down too much, because old habits will creep in.
Yeah, because how easy is it for you to be like, you know what, gosh, I'm running late. I just don't have time. I'm really hungry. I think I'm going to go and get that hamburger. How easy is it for you to do that? And, it happens once, and then again, and then again. And then, you're back to your old habits.
And as a mom, that's really easy, because sometimes it's like you're not in the mood to cook. Let's go get a hamburger. Oh, let's order pizza. It's not a good habit to get into. It's not. So, oh yeah. So all this change can have a huge impact on family, and it can impact family in a positive way and a negative way. And what I'll explain to you with the negative way is, they all may not be liking how you're changing because you're not doing things with them, or you decided that friendship is no longer relevant to you nowadays. And that's perfectly okay. If it's not relevant, it's not. It's okay. I've walked away from some friends. I don't know about Sylvia, but I have. And I chose today, I took off Facebook off my phone. I'm trying to get off of Facebook. Uh-oh. All of this changing can have an impact, whether it's negative or positive, for family and friends. Not everyone's going to like how you're changing. Not everyone's going to like the new you until they get to know the new you. Some people you're not going to want to hang around with anymore because it's negative. They're just constantly Debbie Downers. And that's okay, because I've walked away from this friendship, and I'm sure Sylvia's walked away from some friendships too, because it just doesn't correlate to what's going on right now. I mean, so just be patient with how you're changing, be patient on how things are going to change, because you're going to have a bigger, brighter outlook on life, because you are positive thinking. You don't want the negative. And like, one negative is I took Facebook off my phone today. Done with Facebook. Done.
Do you know how hard that probably was? I know that's like trying to quit coffee, right?
I will have it put up stuff for family, but other than that, that's it. I'm not going to be checking on it every day. I'm not going to be doing, I got to post something on there every day. I'm done. It's done.
And we're not saying it's not good for you. She's just saying it's not good for her. So she made a conscious decision to change something.
Yeah, because I get sucked into that. Like, I'll go on Facebook for 10 minutes. An hour later.
Well, that's what you've been up to.
Yeah. So it's not worth it. And it's not going to bring me to my goals with our YouTube channel. It's not going to bring me to my goals with having to read the books and getting content out for you guys, because that's going to waste my time. And then I'm playing catch up. Not worth it. It's not worth it anymore. So anything else you have?
Correct. What's that?
Anything else you have?
I bet you guys are wondering why we're mentioning financial. That's one of the things that the author mentions in the book. So he is not just talking about business. He's talking about a full circle in life, financial, friends, family, everything. That way you can see how it all ties in. And it's hard you can't make a decision in one area and not the other. So you have to make sure one affects the other, That way it can all come together. Because how does it make sense if you're trying to get fit, but you're not willing to not spend the money and eat better food?
Right. Exactly.
So that's why he has that in there, which is incorporated in that book as well. That's why I said there's a lot in there. It's
He even
packed with
talks
stuff.
about,
And financial is one of them.
yep. And friendship is one of them. He talks about turning away, not hanging out with some certain buddies that for stuff because it wasn't bringing him closer to his dreams.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
And he focused on one dream. Okay. I will say that one dream.
Yeah.
And all that he did to be able to make that one dream happen. So if you're somebody who has more than one dream, you're gonna have some work ahead of you. So you need to read the book so
Yes.
you could get started on that. So with that being said, like I said, really good book. You guys pick it up, get it. We're gonna put a link down there where you can get it from. We generally use the same places, the thrift bookstore and secondhand or something like that, I think. And you could find it there and get your hands on it. 2 days, enhance your mind, your thought process, your decision making. What?
2-day reading easily.
I read it in 2 hours, but I'm a quick read.
Yeah. I mean, her and I, we do read quite a bit, but I'm saying for an average person, you could probably do it in at least 2 days.
Yeah. And if you like to read books, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, you're going to like it. You're going to enjoy reading that. So we're going to continue to bring you guys books that we read first so we can give you some good tips on it to entice you guys to read it. Okay, so we're gonna keep doing that, and no ever-ending supply of books, that's for sure. So with that being said, remember guys, we're not meant to struggle. Okay, we're here to live in abundance, thrive, enjoy, create, give support to each other, and shine always. Okay, and of course, always remember to be intentional with your behavior, because we know everything is subject to change. Now, Courtney, anything else?
Yes, we look forward to any comments down below on how this video has encouraged you or helped you. And if you have any questions regarding to the topic, please leave a comment down below. And also, if you really got value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps us to know that what we're providing you is enriching your lives in one way or another. And again, we're open to any suggestions and would like us to talk about, and let's grow together.
Yeah. And I was just thinking of something, Courtney. For those of you who have been, listening to our videos and following us on our book reviews, if you've read every book that we put on here, you will have read by the end of the year 12 books. I mean, how many people do you know read that many books at all, or one or two? So, that's a good thing to have underneath your belt, because like I said, all books are educational. You're going to learn something from them. But I thought about it and I said, that's pretty cool, because I know like in the past, a lot of people were struggling to just read one book.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Because they didn't know what to read.
Yep.
So I hope this helps you guys in choosing what to read, and as far as business wise, because then you could read more.
Yep, exactly. And the more you read, the more you'll thrive. The more you'll thrive,
yeah. And then what you're gonna say? You know what? Courtney and Sylvia read it. I'm gonna read it. It must be good.
Yes. Yes.
I believe that from the bottom of my heart. So thank you everybody for trusting us to give you guys a book review on entrepreneurs and you newbies out there, because the seasoned people, they probably already read these books, in all honesty. So this is really, really geared towards newbies who like never heard of the book or is trying to get their book reading up. Okay. Yes. We're here for you guys.
Yes, you can do it.
So until next time, everybody have a great evening. And again, you know what? let us know. Did you read it? Do you like it? Are you going to read it? Has it helped you? Whatever it is, put it down there. We'd love to hear from you so we can, get back with you and congratulate you for reading the book. Okay, peeps,
Yep.
we are out and we see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.